Imagine unlocking the secrets of data science right here, right now. Welcome to a world where numbers weave stories and patterns become predictions. In the next 60 seconds, we'll embark on a journey through the labyrinth of data science's first internal question paper solutions. From complex algorithms to intricate statistical models, we'll untangle the threads of this fascinating subject. Picture yourself decoding the mysteries of data patterns and visualizations, becoming fluent in the language of machine learning. With each passing second, you'll find yourself closer to mastering the art of data interpretation. So, brace yourselves for an intellectual adventure as we dive deep into the heart of data science, shedding light on its most intriguing aspects and challenging concepts. The road to becoming a data scientist starts here. Remember, in the realm of data science, every question is a stepping stone to knowledge, and every solution a gateway to innovation. So, let's unravel the world of data science, one question paper at a time.
Let's start with first question. Write algorithm for decision tree induction. Decision tree induction is a supervised learning method used in data mining for classification and regression methods. It is a tree that helps us in decision making purpose. The decision tree creates classification or regression models as tree structure. डिसीजन ट्री एल्गोरिदम के कुछ ये 5 स्टेप्स है, जिसमें स्टेप फर्स्ट है बिगिन द ट्री with root node says yes, which contains the complete dataset. After that, find the best attribute in the dataset using attribute selection measure, which is also known as ASM. Step 3. Divide the S into subsets that contains possible value for the best attribute. अगर हमारे पास कोई जो हमने जो फर्स्ट इंटरनल का जो क्वेश्चन देखा था उसमें हमारे पास स्टूडेंट्स के 2 वैल्यूज थी, यस और नो, जस्ट लाइक दैट वैसे ही. जनरेट द डिसीजन ट्री नोड विच कंटेन्स द बेस्ट एट्रीब्यूट. रिकर्सिव. Step 5. Recursive make new decision trees using the subset of the dataset created in step 3. Continue this process until a stage is reached where you cannot further classify the nodes and call the final nodes as a leaf nodes. Decision tree use multiple algorithms to decide the split a node into 2 or more subnodes. The algorithm selection is also based on the type of target variables. There are some algorithms used in making decision trees. First is ID3, extension of D3. Build the decision tree using a top-to-down greedy search approach. The next is C4.5, successor of ID3. The next is CART, classification and regression tree. After that, the next algorithm is chi-square automatic interaction detection performs multi-level splits when computing classification tree. And the last one is Mars, which is multivariate adaptive regression splints. Question 2. What is attribute selection measures? Explain 3 of them. Attribute selection क्या होता है? Attribute selection measures, also known as feature selection criteria of split criteria, are used in decision tree algorithms to determine the best attribute to split the data of each node. First method is random selection. Random selection is not a good method. It can lead to inaccuracy and may give wrong results. That's why it is not preferred to use this method. The next one is using information gain. Information gain is based on the concept of entropy from entropy theory. Entropy measures the uncertainty of disorder in set of examples. Information gain is reduction in entropy or the gain in information by selecting a particular attribute for splitting. Node with the lowest entropy and more information gain selected as splitting attribute. The next method is using Gini index. The Gini index is measure of impurity. It represents the probability of incorrect classification as intense in a dataset. A lower Gini index indicates the purer dataset. A lower Gini index impurity indicates a pure node and the node is selected as splitting attribute. Question 3. Define and write mathematical expression of information gain, Gini index and reduction in impurity. The first one is information gain. Information gain क्या होता है? Information gain is measure used to decide the order in which attributes are tested in decision tree. If quantifies how well particularly attribute separates the data into set. इसका मैथमेटिकल एक्सप्रेशन है इंफॉर्मेशन गेन एंट्रोपी का which is summation of all n pi log to pi in which the sv and s entropy of s minus summation of sv module minus s entropy sv. Second, Gini index definition. Gini index is another metric used for evaluating splits in a decision tree. It measures the impurity of disorder of a set of data points. A lower Gini index indicates a more pure node. Mathematical induction. Gini is equals to 1 minus summation of pi square with where I is equals to -1. इसमें क्या होता है कि जो हमारी प्रोबेबिलिटी है जस्ट लाइक हमारे पास 14 सैम्पल्स है और उसमें 4 सैम्पल्स जो है वो यस के हैं, 3 सैम्पल्स वो है नो के हैं और जो 7 सैम्पल्स है वो मे बी के हैं. तो उसमें हर एक का जैसे अगर 3 यस के हैं तो 3/14 का होल स्क्वायर होगा. Where C is the number of class and probability of class I is the portion of data points in the node that belongs to class I. The third one is reduction in impurity. In the context of decision trees, the reduction in impurity measures how much the impurity decreases after particular split. It can use to assess the effectiveness of a split. Here are some common impurities measures include Gini impurity, entropy, and classification error. In Gini impurity, a lower Gini impurity indicates a purer node. Entropy, lower entropy signifies a more organized or pure node. Classification error, like Gini impurity, a lower classification error indicates a pure node. The reduction in impurity is used as a criterion for selecting the best split at each node during the tree building process. इसका मैथमेटिकल एक्सप्रेशन आप देख सकते हो where I parent is Gini impurity of the parent node. K is the number of child nodes after the split. Di is the data set for the ith child node. Module of Di is the number of instances in the ith child node. D is the total number of instances in parent node. And II is the Gini impurity of ith node. Now question number 4, which is the last question. Explain the concept of overlifting and tree pruning. Overfitting is a common problem that needs to handle while training a decision tree model. Overfitting occurs when a model fits too closely or closely to training data and may become less accurate when encountering new data or predicting future outcomes. In an overfit condition, a model memorizes the noise of the training data and fails to capture essential patterns. Key characteristics of overlifting include: first one is high training accuracy, low test accuracy. The model may achieve very high accuracy on the training data but perform poorly on new, unseen data. Second one is complex model. Overlifting often occurs when the model is too complex, capturing noise in the training data. The third one is memorization. The model may memorize the training data instead of learning the general patterns. Tree pruning. Tree pruning is a technique used in decision tree algorithm. Include those for classification and regression. Decision tree have a tendency to glow excessively deep, capturing noise in the training data and leading the overlifting. Pruning is a process of removing parts of tree that do not provide significant predictive power, thus simplifying the model and improving its ability to generalize. यहाँ पे हमारे पास दो ट्री है, एक है अनप्योन डिसीजन ट्री और अगला जो है वो है प्योन डिसीजन ट्री। जो प्योन डिसीजन ट्री है उसमें सिर्फ हमने वही वाले लीफ नोड्स हैं लास्ट में जिसका हम आगे फर्दर डिवाइड नहीं कर सकते, लेकिन जो अनप्योन डिसीजन ट्री है उसमें तो सारे ही वो ट्री ही ज़्यादा कॉम्प्लेक्स हो जाता है। There are two main types of tree pruning. The first, tree pruning, early stopping. This involves stopping the tree building process before it comes too complex. For example, you may limit the maximum depth of tree, the minimum number of samples required to split a node, or minimum number of samples in a leaf node. The second one is post pruning. Pruning after construction. This involves growing the full tree and then removing all collapsing nodes that do not contribute significantly to the model's predictive power. This is often done using techniques used cost complexity pruning, where a cost function is used to assess the impact of removing a particular subtree. Tree pruning helps prevent overfitting in decision tree models, ensuring that the captures the essential patterns in the data without memorizing the noise.